So, if you guys didn't realize this, I put out a lot of shorts, and well, this is one of the shorts that I was talking about.
I want to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who help support the channel. Also, I want to say thank you to my Twitch subscribers. Help the channel out by donating or go to patreon.com. Thank you.
So, if you remember,
if I gave myself the power, where would I be?
covering MLD, and this is actually pretty interesting, and it was some more shit that was uncovered because it appears that Alba and Preach are being ushered out of the red pill community. I don't understand why. They've always supported the ideas that the red pill communities had, just they weren't on explicitly hating women. But yeah. Let's watch this shit and see what's going on, shall we?
So you remember the Endure guy?
Yes.
If there's someone that's very, very young and goes into a marriage and has kids when they're like 18, 19, 20, a year into the relationship, it gets really, really abusive. Even though it might be rare from what you guys...
Yeah, this is when Melina was on the whatever podcast. Let's speed it up just a little bit. Let's go. Check this out.
think. If it would happen, what would you recommend for those people? Would they divorce, or do you want them to keep going in the relationship?
Keep going. You can't divorce, and that's not a real thing.
Even though it might be like physically abusive?
You got to endure. People are too...
You want to stick in the relationship?
People are just...
I mean, look,
people
I'm gonna be
nowadays
honest.
are just...
For anyone that might be in that situation, what would you recommend?
Yeah, and like the whatever podcast has actually just had some other shit that's just been crazy lately. But we're not going to talk about that on this stream, are we?
Recommend.
Okay,
Endure.
I'll tell you
Would they
what,
give up
I'll tell you
divorce?
what, it is such an extreme example that I can't give a prescription for what other people should do.
What about if two people get married, have a kid, and then the wife starts cheating? Do you think they should divorce?
Absolutely. Jesus himself said in cases of adultery, divorce is
So you think that
permissible.
divorce is worse than physical abuse?
For the
Or
children?
cheating, sorry. You think that cheating is worse than physical abuse?
For the
Sorry.
children, yes.
I think I'm not going to say divorce.
So this shows the level of insecurity that a lot of these guys have. Oh, I'll whoop your ass. Oh, you deserve that shit. Oh, no. You see another penis other than mine? Oh, fuck. Die, bitch. Like, this is that stupid. But let's go.
Divorce is
I mean,
worse for the
I-
children.
So he's going around explaining what he meant.
3 days later.
But I did say if there was one instance, because relationships, every relationship has fights. Every relationship has ups and downs. Anybody who says otherwise is a liar. Okay? There's conflict in relationships. Period. Even the happiest couples in the world, they have conflict. And anybody who denies that, because
Yes, but you don't put your hands on somebody. Okay. Yeah, let's go.
so they're lying.
I think you just substituted or slipped something in there very slickly as if it made your argument. Nobody said there aren't conflicts in a relationship. Nobody said there aren't fights in a relationship. What people said is just because those things exist doesn't mean you put your hands on your partner during one.
Even once.
Even once.
I don't want a traumatized woman in my life.
Now, mind you, he was wearing the same suit that he wore on the whatever podcast. Like the very fucking next day. But yeah, sure, let's go.
I don't want any history of trauma. I've dealt with those kind of fucking nutbags, and I don't ever want to deal with it ever again. I want to deal with a normal, mentally stable, healthy woman. So,
You think you're normal? Exactly.
in what sense?
Well, do you
Okay, we're not gonna cover the roasting that Knight did to his ass, even though it's fucking hilarious.
think you have healthy habits?
Yeah,
You do?
yeah.
Some motherfuckers must really hate you. Because after the last video, I just got people sending me everything. What do you say?
I punched a Latina bitch in the face at Rakon. What's Rakon?
It's a club in Japan.
So yes, this motherfucker admits to beating a woman because reasons. Like, what? What? You admit to beating a woman because she pissed you off? How fucked fucked up is that? You got some issues, Stan. I think you need some counseling to help your ass from bouncing off the walls when you get down some. And what's this shit? All right, I'm sorry. Let's just go. Let's just go back. Let's just go back.
He lives over there. He was talking shit to some guy. I guess people just linking the group chats. He was talking shit to some guy, and the guy said to him, well, at least I've never been arrested for glassing a bitch. And he's like, yo, why are you so sensitive? Are you going to leave next? So that's the MLD saying, like, why are you so sensitive? Why are you bringing that up? And the guy says, I'm not sensitive, just giving back some. And then MLD says, you act like that's the last bitch I'll smite on this planet.
Well, do you think you have healthy habits?
Yeah.
I think it's very bizarre that someone accuses or says that you bottled a woman in the face, and your response is, that didn't happen. Your response is, are you being sensitive right now? Why are you bringing this up? Then it makes...
Damn, the receipts cometh. The receipts cometh. Let's go.
We really think you did do that shit. Also, how would you kill this for being so disgusting? Personally, I think a good old-fashioned bludgeoning is the way to go. Big old monkey wrench to the head. And then he posts her picture in the group chat.
I don't want a traumatized woman in my life.
And this is what I mean by the fact that this motherfucker is just like, when you sit back and you cause so much pain and so much fucking shit to other people, it's like, yeah, dog, what's up with you? But let's go.
Time to beat Aya. I'm gonna beat Aya for not being pretty enough. I have to beat Aya for letting this happen.
I want to deal with a normal, mentally stable, healthy woman.
I will glass a bitch with a champagne bottle for the honor of the group. If this happens, I'll have so much fucking money. I'm gonna glass like 17 bitches. Now, mind you, everything here I've been sent screen recordings for, so none of it is like edited photo. So this is him contacting somebody else about the incident in Japan. He goes, and you can see the video.
So he shamed a thick woman. Yeah, exactly. We love our Chucky queens out there. Oh God damn it! Am I talking too much? Okay, no, we're not gonna talk about what happened. But no, like again, to go back with what Vegeta said, we was talking the other day. It's like these motherfuckers find anger as a virtue until it's directed to their ass, and now it's a problem. And now Abba and Preacher come with receipts. But let's go.
Video as he's scrolling. He says, hey, sorry to bother you about this. This guy attacked an innocent girl in Roppongi, and the police found him. I heard he did something to you. Is that true? And the woman in question, who's Japanese, she goes, yes, true. What him make for the girl? Which I think is her broken English. Yeah, I know he's a real scumbag. Is it true that he punched you in your face? And she says, yes. What happened with the other girl? And he says, are you sure it's definitely this guy? To which she replies, yes. And so a couple other people from Japan contacted me and said that this guy was charged for bottling a woman in the face after she rejected him at a club. This went to court. He settled out of court. The woman has a scar across her face. She didn't want to come forward and bring this up, nor does she want to be involved because she's been traumatized by the experience since. And people send me messages to people that know her and people know of the incident, and all these are real. I made sure they sent me videos to show me they didn't fake no fucking DMs.
And that was like a club in Japan?
Yeah, and he's also being charged for somebody else in Japan. So why am I bringing all this up? Listen, group chats are your business. Personally, I've never been in a group chat where folks brag about punching women in the face.
Me neither. Me neither. I just never been in that type of situation where that shit was like, celebrated. Like, I just think that that's some bullshit. If you celebrate whooping somebody's ass and it wasn't a defensive thing, like, I don't know what to tell you. It sounds like you got some issues, motherfucker. But let's go.
Or take joy in talking about how they want to kill somebody that they saw on Bumble because they're ugly. Okay. But when this guy's getting on podcast talking about he wants a well-adjusted, normal woman who's not traumatized, I'm like, brother, do you hear yourself?
Wait, whoa. Vegeta, are you saying that conservatives are hypocrites and they don't care about being hypocrites? What? No. That's not a thing that happens.
Do you see the stuff that you be writing? And then you want to be on a podcast telling women like, yo, listen, if you get hit once or more, endure. This is the person telling you to endure.
I told you was putting some olive oil in some garlic. You were about to cook.
He was like, what am I reading, bro?
Yo, look at the wrist.
I mean, like, it's telling. It's fucking telling that these motherfuckers that they get mad as hell and they go to places where they feel that women are more submissive because they want to be fucking challenged. But let's go.
Yo.
Again, maybe that's how you guys talk in your group chats. Maybe I'm unaware because I only spend my time in 2 group chats, and it must be PG-13 compared to some other people. I don't know. So you guys let me know in the comments. Is this normal for your group? Because if it is, then maybe I need to take all this shit.
You.
What? Is it? I don't know. That's why I'm actually asking. I really don't know.
I do not know.
But considering he's been charged, he's being charged again. He's got enough cases against him. A lot of these
dude already caught a case? Oh, fuck no.
Dudes in these spaces want to always claim they're not anti-woman.
Oh yeah, of course they are. They're like centrist bullshit, but more conservative centrist. I know, like, but I see. This is my this was my introduction to them. They talked about something that was okay, then they pulled it back, and then it was this, and it's just like I don't know, like it's with these people. It's just like I know some of it is you come for them and they come for you, and some of it is just like I have a sister, I have a daughter, I have a wife, and so I don't want to treat people like that. And so I give them that. They have some human empathy compared to some of the motherfuckers that they have to deal with. Okay, I'll let you go with that one.
But every time you peer behind the curtain, every time you look into it, every time you find out who they really are when the cameras aren't on, it just don't sound good. I mean, it don't sound good on camera, but it sounds even worse behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. Nobody online is perfect, nobody online, but anybody who's trying to convince you to stay in a situation probably doesn't have your best interest in mind. And I'll also say this, a lot of people from the last video we did on this topic were saying, oh, you took these guys out of context. Go play the full clip. Go play the full clip. You know, a lot of these guys want to sit on a podcast, and the moment some woman says something radical like, oh, you know, I love to fleece men, they're quick. They get off their fucking seat to put her in her place. You want to rob men of their money through divorce? That's absolutely. Crazy. You should be calling these women out. Yeah. But then a dude sits beside you and says you should endure getting beaten by your husband or beaten by your wife in a marriage. And all of a sudden, these same people get real quiet. They don't got much to say.
They don't get quiet. They just say that, hey, no, man, you took them out of context. Yeah. Listen, nah, keep.
But see, what had happened was they didn't mean that. Here's a full clip. No, but what had happened was they mean something else, which is something different, which is something they added on to later 3 days ago. I simply see women as individuals and give them the respect that goes with being an individual. Of course, but these motherfuckers, a lot of these red pill motherfuckers, and like no shade, some of them have been conditioned in the groups that they've been in, but some of the thought leaders, they are just shit. They use their hurt feelings. They use their hurt experiences to say like, oh, women bad. And some of them don't even like women. Some of them see women as a status symbol. Some of them would probably want to fuck men. But they can't do that because they think their masculinity is tied up into how many bitches they fuck. I'm like, no, dude, like, I don't get it. Who I am is not determined by your fucking standards. Because I can think your standards are fucked up. But a lot of these guys, they don't. They would rather be, oh, they're leaders and they're alpha men. But they follow the crowd so much that they might as well be motherfucking zebras. But let's continue.
I'm just saying, man.
Or they'd be like, you know, I don't know what to say. You know, I wouldn't know how to advise somebody. I wouldn't know. Well, what if a woman cheats on her husband? Divorce. All of a sudden, you got plenty of prescriptions, right? You think people can't work through some infidelity, but you think that people should stick around through physical beatings? I don't know. It's just bizarre to me when I hear some of this stuff. So sometimes it's not even what's said. Sometimes what's not said. Sometimes it's the change in your energy. You loud and proud when it comes to shaming single moms and all this other stuff. But we talk about folks beating on women or beating on dudes. All of a sudden, you don't keep that same energy. That's when you look sus. Keep that same energy for everything else. If you care as much as you claim. That's all I'm saying.
Keep going in the relationship.
Keep going.
You can't divorce. That's not a real thing.
Even though it might be like physically abusive.
You got to endure. People are too.
You want to stick in the relationship.
People are just.
I mean, look,
people
nowadays
are just.
What other context would you need for that shit? What other context would you need for that shit? Seriously, what other context would you need? But let's go.
Anyone that might be in that situation, what would you recommend?
Okay,
endure.
I'll tell you what.
I'll
tell you what. It is such an extreme example that I can't give a prescription for what other people should do.
What about if
3 days later?
Because I guess what they're trying to say is like if a man is continuously beating a woman in a relationship.
They not. They didn't say continuously. They didn't say continuously beat a woman. They said abusive. Abuse is more than just physically beating on somebody. It's mental, emotional. That's abusive too. It's the fact that so many of these motherfuckers are so out of touch with their fucking feelings. They think that if somebody talks shit about them, then that's, or constantly berates them and puts them down, they just think they're supposed to take it. No, fuck that. Fuck that. No one should actually stay in a relationship that's emotionally abusive either. That's not a thing. But you know what? A lot of these motherfuckers are Christian. And that's emotional abuse 101. If you don't think so, if you look at the just on its surface, Christianity is an emotional abusive partner telling you ain't shit without them. And so they want to model their life and their romantic life after that bullshit. But let's continue.
Abuse, yeah.
Right. So they're trying to say that I'm saying that if a man is continuously beating a woman in a relationship, that he and her should stay and endure the thing. That's not what I said at all. But I did say if there was one instance, because
you didn't say that at all. And we can play the tape back.
Play it.
I think sometimes people get on podcasts and start talking. And there's what they say in their head or what they think and feel, and then what they actually say outwardly. Okay?
Don't give them motherfuckers excuse. Don't give them motherfuckers excuse. Don't give them an excuse. Don't give them an excuse. Don't give them an out. Just call it as it is. They want to fucking show out for the audience.
I think he's just doing some damage control now because I think he thinks his take is better. Where it's like, if you get hit once, then, you know, you can work things out. I'll be honest with you. I think once is too many times. Personally. Thoughts?
Why would you give somebody a free hit? Why would you give somebody a free hit? Maybe that free hit is what a fucking baseball bat. Why the fuck would you give somebody a free hit? I'm sorry.
Go on. You're cooking right now.
Things can get heated. Words can be said. You can maybe even punch a wall. When you put your hands on the other person, you cross and this is man or woman. If a woman starts hitting you, I don't even feel that different.
Ah, damn, did you put garlic in there?
Why is that?
You cooking.
Okay. I don't feel it's that different. I think that's a very strong line you're crossing. And most of us who've never put our hands on a partner, okay, well, no, that's not a line I've been in a lot of arguments. Punching my girls never come up. But maybe I don't have the experience, so that's why I'm turning to you.
No. As a matter of fact, there's something that I told her when I was kids, and I told her, never scream at me. If you need some time to reflect to calm your spirits down because of something that I did, please do so. If I ask you...
That's actually a decent rule. That's a fucking decent rule. That is a decent rule. If you get to a point where you screaming at somebody and berating them like they're a fucking child, which you shouldn't even do to children, then maybe you need to step the fuck back. But let's go.
There's something wrong, and I see there's something wrong. Don't tell me, no, there's nothing. Tell me I want to talk about it now, and we'll talk about it later. So we can calm ourselves down. Because once the screaming, the insult, we're not insulting people. But that's me. Some of y'all motherfuckers roll like that. I don't even roll like that with my friends. Like, I will not insult you, even insult you. Some shit that he's gonna do that's gonna piss me off, or some shit I'm gonna do that's gonna piss me off, that's gonna piss him off. I don't assume that it comes from a place of malice, or else we have a bigger problem. You understand what I'm saying? All that to say, the screaming, the calling names, those are steps before the hitting. You don't go from this to, no, listen, to a hit. Shit escalated. That's just me. And I said that when I was...
If you scream at a child, you shouldn't have the child. Oh, of course. Of course. But motherfucking preach is, well, he's preaching.
16 to my girl. Maybe it's because of what I saw, what I saw and what I was raised with my parents. They had arguments. And at some point I remember that it would start to yell a bit much, but I was so not used to that I got downstairs and I was like, yo, like, are you guys separating and stuff like that? And they were like, they realized, and they said, no, we're just talking, but it's okay, we're good. Went back upstairs and they understood that they had to lower the thing a bit because, okay, now there's All that to say, maybe it's because of how I was raised. And yes, that's a privilege. But the screaming, the name calling.
I mean, like, you gotta remember, some of these motherfuckers are raised in broken ass homes or abusive ass homes. So that's what a lot of this shit is. So let's go.
Even before it hit, that's a no. That's a no. Don't call me names because I will say stuff that I will not regret. And once you pass and once you say certain things, it's hard for me to turn back. The punching, one time? No, it's because there's other steps that was crossed before that.
Anything else you want to say?
Nah, bro.
All right, let us know what you guys think in the comments below.
That's a cook. Then it's ready.
But isn't that what?
It's super wild.
When I was reading that shit, I was like, bro, I'm not bugging. This shit weird, right?
It's weird. It's weird. You look super sus. But not only that, like you said, it's the charging after that as well. So you show disregard in your comment in your locker room talk.
Yeah.
But then you got disregard for women and being charged for disregard for women. So it's like, it's not just one incident. It's not just one thing.
Yeah.
It's a repeated behavior that happens, and you're like, you start to connect the dot. You're like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
You're weird. If it was just one thing where you just say some stupid shit once, that would be one thing.
I'll be honest with you. If people leave my group chats, you would be super disappointed. I think I need to get a little bit more problematic. Just to
No,
keep
we're
up.
good. We're good. We're good. We're
Because
good.
Wow, that's fucked up. All right, so let's go back here. So yeah, no, that shit was fucking. That I can't like be. I can't say that the shit like when you say that you don't want no traumatized women and you are literally permanently scarring women for life, then that's your ass, boy. That's your ass because you doing the shit. You are literally doing the shit that you complain about. And it wasn't because you even. It wasn't even because women have bodies and shit like that and they traumatized. Bitch, she rejected your ass and you threw a hissy fit like a petulant child. I'm gonna glass a bitch, and I ain't the only bitch I didn't glass. The fuck? If your group chat ain't talking about war crimes, I don't know what you're doing. They don't want traumatized women so they can traumatize them themselves. Yeah. It's like, I know exactly what trauma I caused you. I caused you. That's what I want. I want to know the fucking exact trauma. Make sure you scared of bottles, motherfucking champagne bottles, for the rest of your goddamn life. Oh God, it's sad because they think that they're like the shit though, right? They think that they're the shit. But anyway, let's go. I'm gonna cut this video segment here. We're still gaming. We're on our way to the center of the fucking Milky Way in Elite Dangerous. But yeah, like, share, subscribe. Remember, trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by fucking October 1st. And help me out by hitting that subscribe button. And we're cutting the segment here.
If I gave myself the power